Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon and Ash. Today we've got a fantastic whiskey for y'all. It's a local distillery here in Kansas, Lenexa, Kansas. The gentleman who owns it, Patrick Garcia, we've kind of established a real good relationship with him over this last year. You guys did a barrel pick with him at your store at Paramount Wine and Spirits in Manhattan. It wasn't the rye whiskey, which is what we got today. You got the bourbon. I had this at their distillery last year. It was actually 1 year ago and 3 days last week that we were at the distillery, and we did a little sit-down tasting with him. I know I had this. I know I liked it, and I actually bought a bottle, but I had never opened it up since then until we went to your store last weekend where he was actually there signing bottles.
He was actually signing and pouring, so that was super exciting.
Yeah, so this right here, like he said, is their barrel strength. It's a cask strength. It's non-filtered, non-chilled. It comes straight into the bottle. Patrick Garcia is not only the owner, but he's also the master distiller. And he actually signs each one of these bottles and numbers them by the glass per the barrel.
Per barrel.
So it's a really cool, awesome experience to actually go to the distillery, to actually meet him. Really young guy. This is their 121 proof, 100% rye whiskey. So for you all out there that are rye fans, this is 100%. This is, I think, the only one that I've ever had that is at 100%.
At 100%. So a lot of the ryes, for those of you that do not know much about ryes are typically, they could range, but most people are making it 95% rye. This one here is 100%, which makes it very unique. And
I believe the other rye that they have is 100% rye as well. Just the difference between this one and their regular one is that this is barrel strength.
Yeah, they proved the other one down.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 95% rye. Well, we appreciate you guys all taking the time to watch our videos. Please remember, hit that like and that subscribe, share our content, leave comments. It really helps get our channel out there and really helps with the old interweb and how that system works to get our information out there to all you all. So this is to you guys.
Para Dios, tu familia y tus amigos.
So, oh, there's so much butterscotch and vanilla right on the nose. As soon as I pop that cork.
It's almost like it's weird as how different this time to the last time. Like I'm picking up some like apricot smell, a little bit of sweetness.
Apricots and butterscotch.
Yeah, I've got so much butterscotch and sweetness. And then on the nose, on the palate, it's just smoke. And there's so much just flavor that just it's warm. It's not hot, but it's warm.
It's got some traditional rye notes with the pepper in there and stuff like that, but it's not overwhelming by any means.
No.
You would expect burn at 121 proof. This is really, really smooth. It has that Kansas hug.
The Kansas hug.
It is so sweet. And I don't know if any of you remember the kind of rye. So that's kind of his jam. He was talking about the specific type of rye and where it comes from. And he specifically said it's because it gives these notes. They get that sweetness. Because the rye is typically spicy.
And he uses 3 kinds of rye in this.
Yeah.
I don't remember the names.
Yeah, I don't either. Obviously, he says that he gets his rye from Minnesota and Michigan and the northern climates where it's colder.
Even Canada, I believe he said.
Even Canada. Of course, this is bottled in American Missouri oak here in Kansas. No, it's aged minimum 5 years. I do know that.
Right.
And they've only been in business since 15 years, so 2005. And they've done in my opinion, an awesome job of getting it off the ground. This matter of fact, I'm not sure what year, it was only a few years ago, but this won gold in the New Orleans Spirit Competition. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's won numerous other awards.
It has.
But that's one of the big ones.
Nice.
So you said 15 years?
So they've been in business for 15 years. This
That'd
is
be
age
2010 then. Yeah.
2010. So these ones are aged minimum 5 years. No, it's got fantastic legs on it.
It does.
Yes. Oh,
I was
yeah.
just looking at that.
Beautiful color.
Very smooth, very well rounded. Yeah, I think it's great.
I when I started in the bourbon and whiskey, I was not a rye forward guy, but I've come a long way in the last 10 years to where this is possibly the best rye that I think I've had. What's the MSRP on this?
It is $54.99.
Yeah,
Wow.
100% rye whiskey, bottled here in Kansas. It beats out a lot of the big dogs in the rye industry, in my opinion, because there's some high ryes even at the 70% that just don't have that flavor.
No.
So it's really,
I think
really
Right.
the fact that it's barrel strength really enhances the flavor. 'Cause it's
Not
just straight
watered
from the barrel.
down.
And as we know, rye grain is the most expensive on the expensive side, and he's using 100%. So when you
And
look
3
at
different types.
Yep. So when you look at value for what you're actually getting in that bottle,
Can't beat it.
Nope.
Yeah. Hey, one of these days we'll get him over here to the studio and
Right.
have a sit down with us because
He's doing
he's got
something right.
so much information that he can share with us, and I'd be interested to learn a little bit more about some of the cooler stuff that he says that he's working on because he's constantly working on.
He is.
on new
He's very
things.
he's very involved. Obviously, being master distiller, but they're always doing new projects, new things. Yeah.
Well, if you guys get the opportunity and you're able to locate this, I don't know where he's at state-wise. I do know he's in Kansas, Missouri. I think he said he's down in Oklahoma and Nebraska.
Yeah.
But if you have the opportunity, I'll leave the link down for their distillery. It's actually Union Horse Distilling Company, Lenexa, Kansas. I can't say enough about it. It's fantastic. I'll begin the reviews. I'm going to say, and again, not being a rye guy, being at $59 and less, and as much flavor as I'm getting, this drinks like a bourbon. I'm going to say this is a 10.
Wow, that's your first 10?
That is my first 10.
Oh my.
Fireworks going off in the background here. It's an amazing rye that drinks like a bourbon.
Well, I'll follow you. I'm going to give it a 10.
Holy
Oh,
snap!
you're not surprised. Come on.
Oh my gosh, I was totally caught off guard by that. Oh my.
You spilled everywhere.
I know, but it's
I know.
it's a perfume.
It's perfume.
It's by Cologne.
It's cologne.
Yes, when I go to church tomorrow, the priest will be like, "Oh, bless you, son. You smell fantastic."
Smell really good.
Wow. Okay,
Good.
10.
10 and
Caught me
10.
off guard there. Totally shocked
It
by
is
that.
by far my favorite rye so far. I love it.
Okay, Nicole.
It is really, really good. And especially trying it when we tried the proofed down version and then we had this and just the amount of flavor it has, it really showcased that. So if you get the opportunity, give that a try. Go get their rye and then get the
Cask strength.
Yeah, the barrel strength here. It's worth it just for that. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I think it is pretty phenomenal for a rye whiskey. Absolutely.
It's pretty high.
That is.
Not a 10, but it's high.
But it's high,
Forgive it,
Close.
Patrick.
right?
Hey, 9.5 is a good score.
It is a good score. No, it is. I would have to say that, yes, for value, I mean, it's got a lot about value. For just the awesome color, the finish, I love the long finish on it. I love the mouthfeel, and I like that rye, the rye notes. And just not to take away from it, but there's all sorts of notes on rye. And the notes that he has, which he was kind of talking to us a little bit about, why he chose these ryes, it is, yeah, it's fantastic.
That's why I said it's a rye, 100% rye, that drinks like a bourbon. This ain't a bourbon, right? Because you got to have corn 51%.
Yeah.
How you get those flavors
Yeah.
at 100% rye is crazy good.
No, I agree. So we'll have to give it a 10.
3 10s and a
3
9.
10s.
I feel really bad now.
Oh, man.
9.5.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's our highest combined score in BNA history.
I think so.
And we're over 105 episodes now into
Wow.
this. So there you have it. Honest review for a local distillery here in Kansas. Fantastic. Highly recommend it. And until next time, please remember always drink responsibly.